This morning, the Croatian government held a telephone session at which it approved new borrowing to a sum of 200 million euros. As Finance Minister Slavko Linic explained last week, this is a bridging loan to cover the financial gap until the money from the sale of insurance company Croatia Osiguranje is paid into the state treasury. Prime Minister Zoran Milanovic appeared in a special program on Croatian television last night to mark the halfway point of his government's term in office. Milanovic said he is satisfied that Croatia is now a more orderly state, but noted his dissatisfaction with the lack of economic growth and the slow pace of many reforms. Referring to the recent spate of protest initiatives, referendums and strikes, the Prime Minister said everyone has the right to fight for their views, but he also expressed his disappointment that certain opposition parties are cynically latching onto this wave of discontent. And Tomislav Karamarko, the head of the largest parliamentary opposition party, the Croatian Democratic Union, also commented on the current government's work, not surprisingly giving it a failing mark due to the continually growing unemployment rate, the increased emigration of young people, and the stagnant economy. He reiterated his party's stance that elections should be called ahead of time in the next few months, as he insisted that the members of this government are incapable of doing their jobs. The Prime Minister and his cabinet will receive a rather unique New Year's greeting in the form of a petition from the citizens of Pakrac. They are endorsing the decision of the town's government to retain the status of their hospital, and they held a protest to demonstrate their stance. This is a response to the government's decision to merge the town's hospital with the general hospital in Požega. Nobody in Pakrac was assured by the interim administrator's pledge that there would be no staff cuts. Last night, about 1,500 balloon lamps were launched in front of the Croatian Fine Arts Association building in Zagreb. Each symbolically represented a wish by the person who sent it aloft. This project, meant to encourage people to believe in themselves and their dreams, has been held traditionally for the past 4 years, and this time a filmed video greeting of the event was sent to all 7 continents. This morning, as part of an event called December in the City, several hundred free meals of grilled fish were handed out in the coastal city of Pula. This tasty seafood specialty drew quite a crowd, with big lines and great merriment. On Friday, there are plans to offer sausage with sauerkraut, while on New Year's Eve the menu will consist of the specific local Istrian minestrone. And the scene was similar in the nearby northern coastal port of Rijeka, where residents came out to the main city promenade for the traditional Christmas Eve morning meal of grilled fish and other traditional local delicacies. This culinary festival, with tasty, mainly seafood dishes and fine wine, is a long-standing tradition in Rijeka. In sports, in its final match in the 13th round of play in the regional ABA League, Zagreb's Cibona lost to Crvena Zvezda in an away game in Belgrade 88-63. Cibona currently holds 5th place in the league rankings with 8 wins and 5 losses. And finally, the weather forecast for the rest of the day. Skies will be more overcast on the northern Adriatic coast and adjacent inland zones, and some light rainfall can be expected. Skies will be mostly or partially clear elsewhere. Moderate to strong southwestern winds will blow in the western regions and the higher elevations. Scirocco winds will intensify on the Adriatic coast and will range from strong to moderate by the end of the day. The sea will be slightly to moderately choppy with high visibility. This afternoon's temperatures will range from 8 to 13 degrees Celsius inland and from 12 to 16 degrees on the coast.